Greetings to all the lovely ladies and gentlemen out there. I'm your host, the ProGent, and I'm going to make a bet with you. I'm going to flip a coin, and if it comes up heads, I'll talk about something I really like on the show. If it comes up tails, I'll review something bad. Here we go. Best 2 out of 3? Another day, another anime based on a Capcom franchise. The Devil May Cry franchise was originally created by Hideki Kamiya, who's known for his work on Resident Evil and Bayonetta, and is an action hack-and-slash series following the eponymous Devil May Cry agency and its demon-hunting founder, Dante. Despite some questionable moments in the franchise's history, including the first game's voice acting, which is legendarily bad, the series has been a major success for nearly 2 decades and has attracted numerous adaptations and imitations across multiple media. But, as I've said many times this season, we're not here to talk about the games. No, we're here to talk about the anime. And... well, can't we talk about the games instead? Just this once? I mean, hell, even outside DMC proper, Dante gets crossed over into all kinds of stuff. Like, he was in Marvel vs. Capcom, he was in Beautiful Joe, he was in Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. There's one, Nocturne, now that's a great game. And Dante's this awesome boss fight, and... okay, I'm stalling, I know. But I'd really rather play any of those games. Or any of the Devil May Cry games, for that matter, rather than have to sit through this series. But a bet is a bet, so here we go. Full disclosure here, this is a review of episodes 1 and 2 of the series. Why? Well, I'd love to give you a comprehensive review of all 12 episodes. But I can't. Because about 5 minutes into episode 3, I couldn't actually take it anymore. I suppose it's possible that everything I'm about to say fixes itself by episode 7 or so, but I doubt it. First impressions are important after all, and the Devil May Cry anime's first impression is about as bad as it can be. Our story begins with Dante, the proprietor of the Devil May Cry agency, who, as usual, is lazing about his office. He's waiting on a pizza delivery when an assignment lands on his desk. Dante tries to get out of it by wagering, but we've seen how well that works. Dante immediately loses. Credit where credit's due. His reaction to losing the bet is actually pretty funny. And he's tasked with defending a young girl named Patty from the devils that are after her. Defending against devils sounds exciting, right? Well, you'd think that. Dante and Patty head out to a mansion, which Patty is set to inherit. On the train headed there, a man asks to sit next to the two, and is then swiftly killed as the train goes through a tunnel. Dante senses a devil on the top of the train, evidently responsible for the man's death. This sounds like it's setting up for an interesting fight, albeit probably a short one. But instead, Dante just fires wildly into the ceiling of the train car, killing the devil almost instantly. If executed correctly, this kind of interrupted expectation can be really funny. See Indiana Jones's sword fight scene for an example. Trust me when I say, it wasn't really funny here. It was boring. We cut to the mansion where 3 brothers are discussing the details of their family's will. Turns out, the brothers themselves will own the mansion if Patty doesn't show up to claim it in time. I'm sure they'll be reasonable about not owning it if she does show up, and not try to stop her or anything. Meanwhile, Dante and Patty enter a rundown hotel owned by a creepy pervert, or as I like to refer to him, Mr. Obvious Bad Guy. Almost as soon as the two arrive, Patty sees a poster of an opera singer that looks just like her mom, and runs to the opera house to go find her, with Dante naturally following. Upon arriving, Patty discovers that the singer in question is actually a devil in disguise. Fun drinking game. Every time I say this person is actually a devil, take a shot! Dante arrives to fight her off, and a bunch of other devils show up to join the fun. In the games, this would be the point at which a spectacular group fight happens. In the show, Dante tells Patty that this show's not for kids, and pulls a curtain closed, at which point we see the rest of the fight scene, which is about 15 seconds long, animated in shadow. Note to anime producers, if you're making an action series, it generally helps to show us the freaking action! Anyway, after that brief and unsatisfying battle, the creepy hotel owner shows up and is actually a devil. Take a shot! He tries to take Patty hostage, and Dante shoots him from behind the curtain, scaring him off. Another fight scene successfully avoided. With that distraction out of the way, Dante and Patty finally arrive at the mansion, at which point an older woman appears to claim the inheritance. This woman is apparently the real Patty. Where did she come from? Who is our Patty? And why is she pretending to be this woman? These are excellent questions which Devil May Cry does not see fit to answer at this point. Naturally, one of the brothers from earlier turns out to actually be a devil. Take a shot! And tries to stop the claim from going through. And so we have our first fight scene. At least the first one we can actually get to see. Clocking in at an impressive 25 seconds. Including a speech in the middle. Dante essentially defeats the devil effortlessly. Again, this sounds like it'd be cool, with Dante just nonchalantly dispatching a devil almost instantly. But it just isn't. Episode 2 kicks off with a man approaching Lady, a major character from Devil May Cry 3, and trying to pick her up. He's actually a devil. Take a shot! And she kills him. The highway patrol then shows up and asks her to take care of a biker gang problem. You may want to pour yourself another few shots at this point. Back at the office, Dante finally gets his pizza. Hopefully not the same one he was waiting for in the first episode. That one's probably cold by now. Either way, Lady shows up and pitches the biker gang job to Dante, explaining that since he owes her money, he essentially has to help. Dante tries to bet on it again. He loses again. And then they head out to talk to the bikers. One of the bikers challenges Dante to a motorcycle race. Dante, hoping to use the race to draw out whatever devil is behind all this, accepts, and the two square off on the highway. Midway through the race, a devil biker appears. Surprisingly, the biker Dante is racing is not actually a devil. Don't take a shot! And blazes out across the bridge. Dante, using action movie logic, decides the best way to stop the devil is to blow up the bridge, which he does by shooting it with his dual handguns while riding his motorcycle no-handed. Once again. I don't know how you make a scene like that boring, but the show manages it anyway! After the bridge collapses, Dante and Lady catch up to the devil biker. Oh, is this a chance for an actually good fight scene? Please be a good fight scene. Oh, Lady just shoots it with a rocket launcher. Okay, gotcha. And then Dante finishes the devil off. And that's pretty much the end of episode 2. I'm gonna be honest with you. I couldn't go any further. I'm sorry. It's not that the show is bad. No, bad would at least be watchable. No, the problem is, it's boring. The animation style is played out, something you've probably seen in countless other action anime like Hellsing. The music at least tries to match the butt rock style of the games, but they found some of the most mediocre examples possible. And the fight scenes are so disappointing. Do me a favor. Go watch the intro to Stage 1 of Devil May Cry 3, and you'll see the potential the Devil May Cry series possesses for exciting, interesting, stylish, funny fights. Potential that is entirely wasted here. I realize this is only a sample of the series as a whole, but as I said before, I have a hard time believing it gets much better. And I've got better things to do than watch an utterly uninspiring show like Devil May Cry. For the season finale, I'm gonna find something I really like. But what will it be? Well, I'm sure I'll think of something. For now, I've been the Professional Gentleman, and thank you for listening. Yes! Thanks for watching. As always, a thank you to Andy Lita for keeping me looking so fine. Check out his work in the description below. If you enjoyed the show, please click on that thumbs up over there. It helps us out a lot. If you've got suggestions for something I can review in the future, feel free to leave it in the comments below. And of course, subscribe to my channel for future content.
Love ya, boy.